Guys, this is Jeremy from Team
Procrastinators.
Well, I'm doing my own build of Tengu-Plant, except with a few little personal modifications, which kind of makes it faster, but at the same time, it's missing a little consistency. And because only one of our members has potted dualities, because of a little incident I'll tell you guys after my deck list.
Keep them hanging.
Yeah, I know. Suspense. But yeah, I'll just go on with the deck list now. So, first and foremost, triple reborn Tengu. If your deck includes the name Tengu in it, and you don't run this guy, I will come to your house and smack you in the face. Then, I have a pretty strong mill engine, because I run triple Ryko. I know, that's a pretty average mill engine, but I do add my own pimps to it. So here's where my deck gets a little interesting. Triple TG Warwolf. Warwolf is actually really integral to the deck. What he does is he adds synchro ability into the only one I actually run, and he also adds some cool new combos that you can do with Debris Dragon. Like normally when you add a Debris Dragon and you're like, crap, I don't have anything else except for a Ryko. If you have this guy in your hand, you turn into a Trishula. Kind of like what Doppel Warrior did. So yeah, and also he combos amazingly well with Formula. You break out Formula, draw one, bring him out, then sync for the 5-star TG tuner, the synchro tuner, which I'll go into later, and just proceed to wreck face.
You was talking about that the whole time? I was told you've been up at knife point? What?
Then we go on to, just because TG Warwolf by itself isn't that good, you always need to support TG, and that will be Striker for my deck. Striker adds a sort of Cyber Dragon-esque thing, and he also is pretty awesome with Tengu. I'm sorry, but Special Striker, going to 6, then you can, yeah, just have a 6-star and a Tengu by your side for pretty much just normal summoning Tengu. Now, double Doppel. Now, a lot of people say that this kind of build runs way too much, and sometimes I tend to agree with them. But I just find the extra token producing really helps with the deck. It allows you to abuse Formula more than you regularly could.
I don't think he likes the abuse.
No? Shut up. So now we go on to one of the key cards of the deck, actually, Junk Synchron. Junk Synchron allows you to do 95% of your plays. And yeah, there's really no explanation needed.
That's not very important. What about the other 5?
Same with Debris Dragon. That's pretty much the other 5 for Junk and Debris.
Would it be 50-50?
Yes, it would be 50-50.
Okay.
God, you math Nazi. So yeah, Debris Dragon, no explanation needed. He is too essential. Double Lone Fire. Again, no explanation needed.
I beg to
Double Sork. Here is an interesting choice, because you may be saying, but Jeremy, don't I need a lot of stuff in my graveyard? And you know what I say?
Yes, you do.
Shut up. Because you don't always need too much stuff in your graveyard. The Synchros will provide the lights if you don't have enough. Pot of Avarice will always help recycling. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it.
Return stuff to the deck. You're delusional.
You're shutting up right now. Now, Spore. Spore, again, no explanation needed. Sangan, he's a tech choice in a lot of decks, but I use him because he can get me instant Warwolf or Striker. Blow Up Bulb, no explanation needed. Now, here's why my deck mills a little bit more than the others. Lila. Lila is just amazing. She's Solemn Bait, Solemn Warning Bait, and at the same time, she makes my buddy who runs a stall deck cry in deep pain, because she'll just totally destroy that deck. Gores, because everybody hates OTKs. Dandy, really? You want me to explain this? If you do,
Jeremy, please explain.
I'll explain by literally throwing that knife you were threatening that pot of duality with in your face.
Whoa!
Now, Reborn, no explanation. Brunade, no explanation. Dark Hole, no explanation. Foolish, no explanation. Double MST, no explanation. Double Avarice. A lot of people think you should run 3, but I find 2 to be actually a fairly good number.
Unless you get 1.
Yes, unless I know one. But if I could find the room, I definitely would fit in 3. Call combos too well with Scrap Dragon, Dandelion, Lone Fire, and Sangan, and any of the TGs actually, to get whichever one you need in your hand. Then Solemn, again, staple. Mirror Force, pretty much staple. Trap Stun should be a staple. Torrential is a staple. Bottomless, because our entire team is 2-4 to a 4 warnings, even though one of ours got incredibly lucky at pulling a duality.
Please explain.
Okay, I will explain. So, it's about a week after Duelist Rev comes out, and we're like, and I already bought a few packs, and I pulled total jank. So I'm like going around, and I'm like, damn, I would love a duality. So I bring along my friend, Sandon, who's going to be in another video, and we're just walking around, and we're like, dude, let's go buy some Duelist Revs. So I'm like, okay, I already bought a bunch. So there's only 1 pack of Duelist Rev left in the entire store.
This is dragging on. Get to the punchline.
Basically, I buy Shining Darkness, get Boggart Knight. I'm like, yay! He buys Duelist Revolution. Last pack in the store, gets pot of freaking duality. I proceed to wish I could punch him in the face, but it wasn't that. It was because he asked, hey Jeremy, this card looks good. I've never heard of it before. What do you think I should do with it? And I'm like, trade it to me now. Unfortunately, he never did. Now I'm a poor sucker, and now onto my extra deck. Double formula, no explanation. Iron Chain, because I'm waiting for that crazy new TCG exclusive. Colossal Fighter, because this deck can do the loop pretty quick. Bryo. Wonder Magician, just because you get the option to sink into her, and she's amazing. Even though, for some reason, she always catches my friend's bottomlesses.
That's because he nuked them.
Armory Arm, no explanation. Stardust, no explanation. Trish, no explanation. Everyone who doesn't have a Trish, i.e. everyone in this room except for me, can suck it. Arcanite.
Me left in this room, okay?
Arcanite, because 1 star plus Chaos Sword equals Arcanite equals pain for your opponent. Shooting Star, I'm probably going to replace this in the future with that new 3-star, XYZ thing where it's like a empty spacer from Leviathal. It's good, but it's just not as you don't bring it out like every single game, though that would be amazing. Ally Justice Catastor, which I'm borrowing from my buddy because I have Magical Android and she kind of sort of sucks. I'm going to replace this with Hyper Librarian if I ever end up getting money, which probably won't happen. Mistworm, I might replace this, but at the same time, it is so useful.
And you finally got one.
Yes, and I finally got one after buying 4 packs of Hidden Arsenal, getting 2, thinking it was total crap, trading it to both my buddies for dirt cheap, and then regretting it ever since. Then, Black Rose, Scrap Dragon. Hopefully I didn't bore you guys to tears, but yeah.
You bored me to tears.
Yeah, you can suck it.
Now we're going to explain the duality.
I already did!
Oh.
Get the F out of my video, Mark. And what was our catchphrase? Sorry, but we lack professionalism. Suck it.